Synthetic division of polynomials kind of takes us back to long division that we would have studied in elementary school, where we'd long divide something like 55 divided by 7. There are a multitude of different ways that I can present this kind of question to you. I can say divide x cubed minus 4x squared minus 7x plus 10 by x minus 2. I can actually put that symbolically. Instead of the word divide, I can put the divide symbol, or I can express it as a fraction. Either way, it's going to do exactly the same thing. So the process of synthetic division involves setting up an L. Now this L should be long, should be 2 lines high, because we're going to put the coefficients into this L, and that's how we're going to do the division. Now the reason it's called synthetic division is that we're taking out the variables, we're synthetically removing them, and we're going to put them back in later. We're just going to deal with the coefficients. So outside the L, we take a look at what we're dividing by. We're dividing by x minus 2. And that comes from the fact that we're dividing by x minus a. So when we put the number outside the L, we're actually going to put a 2, not a minus 2, because the minus comes from that formula. Likewise, if we would have had x plus 5, we'd put a negative 5 on the bottom. So the general rule, we're going to switch the sign of what goes outside the L. Inside the L goes the coefficients of all the terms on top. So we have 1x cubed, negative 4x squared, negative 7x, and plus 10. The way synthetic division works is the first number always gets pulled down and written outside at the bottom of the L. We then work our way diagonally to the next spot inside. To get that, we multiply the 2 and the 1 here, whatever's in those spots. So we get 2. To get to the next spot underneath the L, we add going down. Negative 4 plus 2 is negative 2. Again, to go back inside the L, we need to multiply 2 from the outside, and this time negative 2 here gives us negative 4. Add going down, negative 7 plus negative 4 is negative 11. Multiply going diagonally, so 2 times negative 11 is negative 22. And lastly, add going down, 10 plus negative 22 is negative 12. Now to ease some potential confusion later on, I'm going to put a box around this negative 12, and I'll explain why in a moment. But now that we've dealt with the coefficients, we've done the synthetic division, we need to put this back in so that there's variables back in it. So to do this, look at what we started with. We started with x cubed, and we divided by x, meaning that our largest exponent when we divide is actually going to be 1 less than we started with, so we have 1x squared. Next term would be minus 2x. Minus 11, and this is why we put the box around that last number. This is the remainder. So like when you did long division and you do 55 divided by 7, you'd work it out, you would get 7 remainder 6. Here we get this polynomial remainder negative 12. The last thing, just to clean it up a bit, we don't need 1x squared, we can just have x squared minus 2x minus 11 with a remainder of negative 12.